Hello everyone and welcome back to another Corepunk video. I haven't been doing a Corepunk video for a month, but finally now the developers have released a brand new gameplay video, which is 1 hour and 12 minutes long. We are gonna watch the entire thing together, so sit down, get some popcorn, because we are going to react and watch this long ass video together. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Okay, so we can see we have a server. Like if you look in the top right corner, we can see we are on the server in Amsterdam right now. So that's where the Europe server is gonna be. We have two characters here on the login screen, which is 11 and 7. So quite interesting. Let's see where this is going. This is a pretty cool wallpaper. I like this wallpaper. You can see like in the top right corner, there's a guy holding this lady.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to tell you about the resource gathering and item crafting systems in Corepunk. That means
I have to say, one comment. Whoever who's voicing this video, you have an amazing voice. So, thumbs up for that. Great job on that.
we're talking professions.
Professions.
So, Corepunk has 4 crafting professions and 4 resource gathering professions. First, let's talk about the basic principles of how professions work, and then a little bit about each of them individually.
Okay. Got my interest. So he has a thick
By practicing
brush.
any type of profession, the player receives experience not only to develop their skill in that profession, but also to level up the hero. Each profession in the game has 3 mastery levels. By increasing the mastery level, the player receives a new title. At level 1, you're a beginner. At level 2, you are advanced. And finally, at level 3, you become a master.
I see. So we saw that in the left corner, we can see herbalism skill has been increased to 6004. That's quite a lot. I like when he steps on the melons, they like get destroyed. Oh my god, is that the map? It reminds me of something from like Fallout or something like that. I love it. So we have like, okay, I like that. You even have like sound effects. Interesting, very interesting. I like that. I wonder if he stepped on that rat, if it's gonna die. Like just the entire like ecosystem, the environment, everything here is just like so living. Like everything is just alive. The bushes are touching, the grass are touching, we see rats, we see light. I mean, everything is here. It's just like, it's a living world.
Damn it.
Who's this?
How are you?
I'm here on my first field assignment. I consider myself really lucky. Other guys from my course had to go to the salty lakes or the fiery fields. Ugh.
Oh.
What is
this place?
Oh, I thought you were local. This is a backwater village. Took me a day and a half to get here from the capital.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm from Lethana. I'm a novice observer. If you ever get a chance, you should definitely visit Lethana. Damn it. Sorry. Oh, hello there.
Oh, so he collected the crystal marker now.
Well, it's... I'm not really supposed to share any information with laymen.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
I would really appreciate your help, though. Well, all right, but only because it's a dire situation. I'm an apprentice at the Lethana University, a junior observer. I was supposed to study the behavioral patterns of the Naticus prolificus, or gnats, as you village people call them. I put tracking devices on young gnats, and now I have their behavioral patterns, but I do not have the tracking devices. They cost a fortune for our department. I never thought these gnats would be so intimidating in real life. Oh gosh, if I mess up, the master censor will definitely send me on an expedition to the fiery fields. So yes, here I am, asking a layman for help. It'd mean everything to me if you killed these gnats and got the tracking devices back from them.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Really? Great! But if you meet any other observers or sensors, don't tell them about our little agreement.
Huh. Okay, so, you know, we kind of meet this person here, we can talk with, ask different questions about who she is. And then finally she actually has a quest where we have to kill gnats. I wonder if this game is going to be one of the games that's actually going to show you the quest on the quest map, or if we're going to end up using like websites to find them. Oh, so that was the gnats. Why are you running away from them? You have to kill the gnats. Why are you talking to her again? No, you're not.
Hello.
Okay, you gotta do.
You know you're doing a good thing. Have you got all of them?
No.
No!
Oh, that's fine.
Oh.
I'm not pressing you. Just take your time. But know that
No.
I will be kicked out of university if I don't bring the trackers back.
Well, before you didn't say you got kicked out. Before you just said you would get on a bad
In
mission.
terms of game design, we are not always advocates of rigid distinctions. More often than not, we favor mechanics where there is a choice, and that choice has both positive and negative consequences. The player can practice all kinds of gathering and crafting professions by gathering and crafting most of the items in the game. But players can only gather the rarest resources and craft the best items if they focus on one gathering profession and one crafting profession. To do this, in addition to the mastery levels mechanic, every profession in the game also has its own efficiency. What's efficiency?
Yeah.
Well, profession efficiency increases as you practice that profession,
I need to get...
but your efficiency in the other professions decreases.
So he's
Simply
gonna...
put, the more you practice the same profession, the more effective you are at it. Just as the 4 gathering professions have a shared efficiency, so do the 4 crafting professions as well.
Looting. So can I loot? Right click on it. This... I'm not gonna say anything, but you guys are seeing the same as I do, right?
Have a good feeling about this.
I think it's a happy person who lives here.
So, when gathering resources, the efficiency only increases if you gather a resource corresponding to the level of that profession. You are thus rewarded for gathering resources that are challenging to your character at that time.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
review a short example.
get out of that
If you
house.
pay attention to the icons of the gathering professions to the left, you will see their efficiency around the icons. Let's cut the tree down.
Let's cut a tree down. Oh, so
Talk about that good stuff.
it's gonna increase the efficiency
This
of...
improved efficiency decreases if you use another gathering profession. So, once again, specializing is key.
Oh, so
As for
you,
crafting, its efficiency will only increase if the player crafts an item whose gear score is high enough relative to their profession level.
okay, so it's not gonna like decrease your like skill on the other, but it's gonna like decrease the efficiency. So logging has been
Excellent.
increased.
Please note how the efficiency has changed. Logging has risen, while herbalism efficiency has dropped. Efficiency decreases for the profession that has not been used the longest. It is important to note that the higher the mastery level and efficiency of the profession, the more difficult it will be for the player to switch professions, since the player will have to gather rarer resources and craft higher level items to increase their efficiency.
I see. So the high...
Assuming that the player's goal is maximum efficiency for the chosen profession, it will be hardest to do after you reach your hero's level cap in the endgame. The player receives various bonuses and perks for mastery levels and increasing efficiency.
So you kind of just want to go one profession, it sounds like, you know, one gathering, one profession, since it's going to increase the efficiency of that profession. Gathering. You can of course do everything if you want, but
Let's
it's...
talk about the resource gathering professions first. Mining, logging, herbalism, and butchery.
Yeah.
For example, when it comes to the gathering professions, as the mastery levels up, opportunities to mine higher level veins get unlocked. The overall chance of finding a resource increases. And there are additional gathering sessions for gathering a resource.
Okay.
Meanwhile, efficiency can affect the chance of receiving a rare resource, or can reduce the chance of failure.
So even to get better items, but also to reduce the failure chance when you actually do it.
The process of gathering in the game is quite simple and intuitive. The player needs to find something worthy and start gathering a resource.
What do we have here?
Oh, we got a
An
6 leaf
interface bar
flower.
will appear at the bottom of the screen, displaying the process. While the bar is moving, the player has a chance of receiving one of the resources. There can be a wide variety of resources in a single spot, from the most common to very rare. When you find a resource, you receive a corresponding pleasant notification. You never know how lucky you might be, or unlucky. The player might find nothing. It happens. But even if you manage to find a resource, don't relax just yet. There is always a small chance of failing and losing your loot. Yes, that happens too.
I love the fog of war, you know, where when you're standing behind a tree, you cannot see what's on the other side of the tree, which is gonna make a really fun perspective in
Mining has
PvP.
3 tiers of veins: metal, polymetal, and ancient. With an increase in the tier of the vein, the chance of getting more resources increases. For example, you can get not 1 ore, but 2 at once, and even more from the vein of the 3rd tier. The rarer the resource, the higher the vein required to mine it. Epic resources can only be mined from tier 3 veins. In mining, the player can mine ores of various metals, crystals, nuggets, ancient fossils, just to name a few.
On the stomp.
Okay, so there's actually only... I think it sounded like he said there's only like 3 different... Oh, he's using item that gives him buff for 2 minutes. That's interesting.
Not ready yet.
I like that throw speed. Verified experience and 1 goal. But his XP bar is not moving at all. So I guess you need quite a lot of experience to actually level up. This gameplay reminds a lot of like Dotage. Oh, he ate something which is like restoring health. Ah. Could this be like... I think this could be like the thing that is gonna be like maybe your main primary healing, since we have been looking through the healers and the different spells they have, and none of them really have like like in WoW or Albion, you have these very concrete healing spells where you're dedicatedly healing someone. Looking through the spells of Corepunk, it doesn't seem like you have those. You have more like support spells.
The spear is mint.
So I could see like these items you have to use in combat could be like also mandatory when you're doing dungeons. But I am thinking like, why is he like keep running around the mob? I mean, I get the understanding of he's like trying to run around the mobs to like make it feel more bit action packed. But I think efficiency wise, it would be better if he just stands still attacking, since it's like auto attacks he's missing. Though in the start, I think he did a good job with like running around the mobs so they didn't just like attack him. But I like the combat. It's slow paced but still fast. But you know what I mean? Like it's not Diablo 3 or 4 where it's like and you kill 400 mobs. Like, you know, it's more like you focus on the mob, you attack, you like center around it, it's a bit more, I think people who are maybe a bit slow on the keyboard, like the keyboard and mouse, they're gonna like enjoy this, because it seems like it's gonna be in a slower tempo, which I'm not calling the game slow. I think it's perfectly speed, but still in other games you literally get killed in 3 seconds. Why I don't see this game as one of those where you die in 3 seconds. So he made a camp, which is gonna give him full mana and full health. Cool. Very cool. Keep in mind, you don't get like stats in this game from armor. The armor he has on, it's the items you see in the bottom, where it says F1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the items, kind of like Dota, League of Legends, that actually give you stats.
What a slog.
Also, he's using buffs again. Fighting another group of trash mobs. I can definitely see this game as a game that is going to be easier when you have someone to team up with. Since as a solo player, it looks a bit hardcore. Oh, that was a nice throw. Got them all stacked up. Nicely done. He's also playing a tank right now. I wonder if if you play a DPS, if it's might gonna like do more damage. But you can also see he's like taking no damage, but he's actually also healing quite a lot. Like his health keep regenerating, which is also a fun fact. It must be one of the items he used, because mostly in MMOs you don't regenerate health in combat. But you can see he's actually regenerating quite a lot of HP, but it has to be one of the items. We could pause and go back and probably see which of them that did it, but we're gonna skip that. Because we still have 50 minutes back. And let's not make this video into 2 hours. But I liked it. It's very different. I kind of understand why the developers they had to delay this video a couple of times, because it's a long video. Could you imagine they recording for like 50 minutes and then something fucks up, like the game crashes or there's a big bug or something like that? They have to show a video that works. And you can't blame this game for like saying, I haven't seen combat, what is this? This game is fake. No, this is pure combat. Because we know other games right now on the social medias, people talk about saying they are fake. This is not fake. This is real. We're watching it right now. Oh, we can see the FPS in the right corner. 59 FPS, so we're playing on a solid 4K 60 frames. Oh, there's a city up there. Get up there. I want to see it. Yeah. I like the characters, like interactions with you, like all these things he's saying. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Warcraft 3, if you remember, when you're playing with your hero. And every time you like interact with them or walk, they always like say something. Even if you had like your builders, your peons, they will always say like work. Job is done or something like that. I'm gonna eat some candy while watching this. Again, the environment looks amazing. I like it.
I reckon it's this way.
I reckon it's this way.
Now this is all right.
Logging is about taking advantage of the trees that have the strongest and deepest root systems. Those trees have roots that reach deep enough underground to access lakes of precious mana. Such trees are rare in the forests of Kvalat. These trees also fall into 3 tiers: Magic Tree, Old Magic Tree, and Ancient Magic Tree. The higher the tier of the Magic Tree, the higher the chance of getting larger and more precious resources. From trees, we can get magic wood, which has unique qualities of hardness, and campfires from such wood have special effects, like restoring strength and energy reserves to living beings.
Oh. What
You
can
can
he
also
like
get various types of resins, bark, feathers, and even honey.
honey? I wonder if he can like. I don't think he can cut like down every tree he wants. He can only cut down the ones that are like highlighted. It has to be like a special tree that he can actually. What's this? Huh.
What a marathon.
Well, I mean, that just showed us that they have also done a lot of like custom things on the map, like showing different things.
Talk about the good stuff.
If you pursue herbalism profession, you'll be collecting resources from large and dense Kvalat bushes. Such bushes are whole ecosystems that live by their own rules, and the older and larger the bush, the more valuable resources it may contain. Bushes also come in 3 tiers: thick bush, old bush, and ancient bush. The larger the bush, the more complex the life that flows within it, and accordingly, the more expensive and rare the resources it can yield. A lot of different useful resources can come from these bushes: herbs, plants, insects, berries, and many more.
And many more. What was that? Oh, he got a buff? Does like a totem or something like that? It sacrificed some of it. It might even like give him like additional HP, and that's why it looked like he lost HP. Because the buff he has above his HP is actually like he has like this buff on Imp Servants. Yeah, that one he just used there. I saw that. That gave him like a health regeneration, which is why he's restoring health when in combat. I'm probably personally going to play with locked camera. The imps are swearing. They're literally cursing at me. Did you hear that? They were literally cursing. I'm not gonna say that again here on the street on the video, but they were cursing at me. Interesting. I mean, it adds a fun aspect because I think it's fun. I'm not gonna sit and cry about a character in game. An NPC is gonna talk rough to me. Other people can probably do that, but I still see it as a fun aspect. I haven't. Have we seen other games do that? I guess Cyberpunk probably. They probably also talk rough to you. But I can remember an MMO where the NPCs are talking like cursing to me. That's fun. I see it as a fun detail. Transparent leaf, stonebark. Stonebark. Crafting is never like real it's not oh god. Dendroid god. No, don't attack him. He's like 13 level higher than you.
I'll take that. I reckon it's this way.
Spine. Part of the rocket engine. Oh, more imps. Health regeneration, mana regeneration, and magic resist. He's using quite a lot of those materials. Wow, these imps are annoying. They like keep running away from you and then throwing stuff at you. Did he just say, die, snowflake? That's fun. Damn. He got shield bashed into atoms. Bitch. Ah, bitch. Kill him. There we go. It's a brutal game, I have to say.
Getting the sweat on.
So the quest you currently have is the Gnat problem one, which we ignored. Oh, that's a different campfire. I wonder if it's like only changes the details of it, or if that one actually gives them a different buff. I would assume it gives like a different buff. But I can see this is a thing like when you're doing dungeons that people after a group, like a big pool,
Getting my steps in.
you take out like the campfire and everyone sits and get full health and mana. He's killing my OCD with all that rotting.
Specialist in butchery skillfully dissects animal carcasses, retrieving organs intact ready for crafting. But not all animal carcasses are suitable or of value. The creatures of Kavalan lead hard and brutal lives, so that often the organs and body parts retrieved have pathologies that render the components extracted unsuitable for use in craft machines. Animals may sustain injuries in the hunt that despoil the resources that they could have yielded. Those experienced in butchery, though, can identify those carcasses most suitable for butchering, and the most experienced are able to identify the bodies of animals that have grown in ideal natural conditions, and may offer up the highest quality materials for collection. Carcasses come in the lower, middle, and prime categories. In the butchery profession, you are able to acquire bones, vertebrae, living blood, eyes, cartilage, and many other grisly resources from these animals.
Oh. Polymetallic vein.
Usually the best veins are the hardest to find. But once again, you'll know that the effort has been worthwhile when a vein yields up the very rarest of resources, allowing you to craft the very best in-slot items. And of course, if you are outside the safe zone in the Wasteland, don't get too relaxed.
Left, right.
Ancient fossils, ancient fossils. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see we got like a half experience bar from all this. And I noticed that all the mobs we killed basically gave like 6 experience points and so on. Why do you have to fight every group of enemies you find? Just let them be. Oh, that's like a witch. Kill the witch, he's the healing. Kill him. Oh, he's self-healing. He's not using his Q spell. I wonder what that one is. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you have to use that one when he does healing, like to interrupt him. Like the best scenario here would be like every time, like he have 2 CC abilities. He has one where he like knocks, like pushes, and you have a throw spell. You should definitely use like those spells on the healer whenever he like heals. Snowflake. I like that one. 35 experience for killing that one. And the quest I saw earlier that you were able to get from that girl, not a problem, like the quest we have in top right corner, I think it was giving 360 experience points. So it seems like questing is a good thing to do. What is this?
Let's have a little look.
1 gold. Something shiny in its eye. A normal campfire. So where are you going?
I reckon it's this way.
Metal vein. And we all know that when he's like when he's starting getting all these materials, I have a feeling he's gonna go so. Oh, they have a sword weapon. I like that. I have a feeling he's gonna like no, don't take that group. Just ignore it. He's gonna do it. Why are you killing everything? You brutal man. Okay, that was a good trick, like pushing back. Oh, he's gonna die now. I wonder how long time they're gonna follow him, because if that was like World of Warcraft, they would have stopped following him now. All the things that the imps they yell in the background. I love it. Oh shit, they still after him. He was just like, oh, I'm gonna do a campfire. But the imps are like, no, we're gonna follow you until you die. Unavailable in combat. Have they given
The world
up?
of Kavalat is a tough place, especially outside the city walls and safe zones, out in the wastelands. Dangerous, yes, but also supremely profitable. You never know what will be waiting for you around the next corner. Rare loot or some terrifying new enemy. If you encounter an enemy camp, be sure you have what it takes to finish the job before you dive in. Maybe alone, picked off one by one, these guys would have been easy targets. But working in a group as they do, they present a serious threat, even to the most seasoned warriors.
I need to get moving.
I wonder, like, I guess the game also have like night, and when it becomes night, does it do anything differently? Like, does the monsters become like more aggressive? Are you gonna try one more time? Attack power increased.
Yeah. Not ready.
So he's not giving up. Keep attacking it. Stop running around. Just attack. Okay, he got his revenge. I mean, I guess he's happy now. So hold on. In the top of the screen it says map, talents, weapon mastery, guild, statistics, achievement. I wonder what statistics is.
After a tough fight, it's best to rest for a bit and recover. Going out into the wastelands, roaming and looting, means you have to be prepared to fight at any time. But anything valuable you find is going to count for nothing if you can't bring it back in one piece. Therefore, a smart player checks their inventory often. A stockpile of painkillers and plenty of campfire kits. These things can make the difference between life and death.
Painkillers. Isn't that like that song, I need my painkillers? Painkillers.
Oh, talk about the good stuff.
Talk about the good stuff. But you didn't get anything.
Full steam ahead.
It is also equally important to note that resources, and items in general, are gathered in Corepunk not only from veins, trees, bushes, and carcasses.
That is for the big guy.
Magic pills.
You can find
Mana
resources,
amulet.
artifacts, and consumables, including very rare ones, in drops all over the world.
Increased spell power. And that amulet gave him more mana if he used it.
What's all this then?
Try searching corpses, breaking
Cyber
barrels and
gladiator.
crates,
Breastplate.
ransacking abandoned houses, exploring points of interest, opening secret chests, killing mobs, etc. With any
Nice.
type of activity, you have an opportunity to receive loot and perhaps even skins.
And just for pausing here, it's important to notice that you can see again, skins doesn't give stats. It's all about the items you have down there in the bottom. But skins is purely just, you know, how you feel about your character. So it's pretty cool. He just opened up that refrigerator and he got like a new chest plate, which is pretty cool.
But of course, if we were talking about resources, it's much more profitable to do it through gathering.
Forge a path.
Forge your path. Is that's a freaking wood raptor? I just noticed it now. I was like, what's wrong with that raptor? But it's a freaking wood raptor. It's a raptor made out of wood. It's a tree. It's a tree dinosaur. Me asking my mom if I can get a raptor. Mom, we have raptor at home. That's a wood raptor. Oh, you're gonna take that one? You're totally messing up your efficiency. I mean, you're messing up all your crafting. He's like doing all the different harvesting. You need to focus on one lane. You have to do either mining or logging or butchery. You keep messing up your efficiency. But I know for the purpose of this video, they of course knew like gotta click on everything they run by. We still have half of the video back, boys. So must be more juicy stuff coming. Or maybe it's gonna be a half hour of harvesting.
Onwards and upwards.
Another one.
I'll take that.
2 gold. Every time he runs through that grass, I keep thinking of like Pokemon, where it's like Oh, if any New World developers are watching this right now,
Let's talk
take
about the
notes.
crafting professions.
He's swimming, so just if any New World developers are watching right now, it's normal to be able to swim in an MMO. Just saying.
Corepunk, as we said before, has 4 crafting professions.
We've heard that.
Construction,
Yeah.
alchemy,
Yeah.
weaponsmithing, and mysticism.
Mysticism.
Crafting professions in Corepunk have their own unique sets of permanent upgrades that don't overlap with any of the other professions.
Okay.
There are minor exceptions in regard to some temporary buffs, though. For instance, alchemy and mysticism can both produce temporary buffs and item upgrades.
Uh-huh.
I like it over there.
The attribute buffs a hero can gain from artifacts are unique to those artifacts. You cannot get these parameters permanently anywhere else, while weaponsmith characteristics and upgrades are only unique to weaponsmithing, no exceptions.
Not everyone gets jokes. It's a
This
freaking
way,
it's a
you
freaking
cannot
clown.
permanently stack attack power or
It's a clown that is like hanged up in a tree. And it says on it, not everyone gets the joke.
spell power in all systems at once. Limited time buffs are not taken into account, though. Every crafting profession has its own unique bonus that affects the hero's gameplay. We will tell you about them a little bit later. When the hero reaches level 40, all profession bonuses are only active if the player has achieved 100% efficiency in the given profession.
Okay. So when you are in low levels, you can get the bonus from different efficiencies, like crafting. But once you get to max level... No, max... Oh, shit. Is max level 40? Didn't they say it was 60? I can't remember now. But still, they say when you hit 40, it's gonna stop giving you bonuses unless you have like 100% in the efficiency. But now he's messing up his efficiency again. He just did mining and now he's doing harvesting. We gotta tell this bro that he's messing up his efficiency. Is that a scarecrow up there? Could you go back to that scarecrow? Guess not. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, no, don't fight them. They're like, wait, no, stop thinking about that.
Crack skulls?
They'll,
Like it over here.
no, you gotta die. Yeah, you don't want to fight that too. Spider Queen. Oh yeah, no, just don't. No, don't, no. Good. Yeah, because you would be dying. That looks like something you have to do with a group of friends.
Anything for me? Stomping turf.
It's kind of, no. I think this guy, he ran into like a high level area, like, you're not supposed to be here, kinda.
Now this
What kind
is
of tree was that? Was just a... I didn't see the name. Was that just kind of like a wood or... I'm getting a bit confused by the crafting, the harvesting icon in the bottom when you can see the progress, because like it keeps going over and then starting over again and then over again and over again. So you kind of have like no idea when you're actually done. I guess that's fine. That's just like a surprising element, but still, I mean, most cases you would see like a one bar that's moving slowly, and then you're done. Instead of here, it just like keeps going.
we have here?
Titanium ointment. Increase armor by 8.
Big guy on the move.
Big guy on the move. I was first thinking about playing this guy, but I think I'm not gonna play this guy anymore. I don't know. He seems fine, but I think I will be having more fun with the Paladin tank. His ability kit is it's fun. It reminds me of the kit that you have. It's kind of the same kit you have as Diablo in Heroes of the Storm. You know, you have the throw ability, you have the push ability. So I could see Diablo, which I was kind of maining in Heroes of Storm. So I would be getting the same experience here. So maybe I should play this guy. I don't know. Maybe.
Slog.
So you gotta fight mutant rats. Mutant rat. Teenage Ninja Mutant Rat. Teenage Mutant Ninja Rats. Teenage Mutant Ninja Rats. Let's see what you did there. They could like have used any words like abomination rats or demon rats, but they use mutant rats, which is reminding me of Ninja Turtles. Unable to use in combat. I guess he had to like wait a few seconds before coming
Let's
in.
have a little look.
Good luck, amulet. Oh, it's raining now. And thunder, I love that. I would be loving running around in this world with thunder. It's also doing this cloud thing. You know, I know why they're doing it, because, you know, you have normal rain and then you have this powder rain. But I can still see it. It's kind of like doing it harder to see something. I wonder if they just also have normal rain instead of also this cloud rain. As a toilet. The toilets look like the same from the Shrek movie. Is this pigs? It's pigs.
Got to get moving.
Interesting. I wonder if you could kill them like, you know, as a cow. I like the animation on it. I mean, it could literally be a cow from a Disney movie. Where, you know, like cows and, for example, Albion Online, they looks a bit more like a 12-year-old kid who drawn a cow. But here we have like a cow that which
Next,
was...
a little bit about itemization. Most items in the game have 4 grades: common, uncommon, rare, and epic. However, there are also legendary items out there, but they are extremely rare. Oh yes,
Extremely rare.
indeed. Items are divided into tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, and so on. Items are also divided into 2 kinds: bind on pickup, and bind on equip. This does not apply to consumables. Bind on pickup items cannot be exchanged between players, but bind on equip items, if they have not yet been used, can be exchanged without restrictions. Items in Corepunk have a gear score calculated depending on that item's power. The scaling and characteristic values, as well as the chances of triggering effects on items, randomly roll within their set values. Items in the game don't break, and they have no durability rating. During crafting, the player always has an opportunity to craft a higher quality item, up to epic. As you would expect, items become stronger as their grade increases, with different types of items having different kinds of buffs. For example, artifacts have an additional characteristic added to the secondary basket as their grade increases, while weapons have an additional upgrade slot added as their grade increases. Chips and runes with a higher grade have their effect scaling increased, and alchemy consumables can be crafted with a quantity exceeding 1. As an item tier increases, it expands the upper limits within which the effect values can roll too.
What is it, civilian?
Okay, so before we continue, so that's actually pretty cool. The item system is kind of like you have in WoW, you know? You have like, you know, the common, which was behind my camera, it's the white one. Then you have uncommon, which is like, you know, it goes white, green, blue, yeah, purple as legendary, epic. And then you have legendary, which I'm probably sure is going to be yellow. Okay, and then you have, of course, bind on picked up items, which whenever you pick them up, it's going to be bind. And it's probably, I would think that, you know, like in dungeons, bosses are going to drop items you cannot trade properly. And then you have like bind on equip, which is like items you put on and then you have to like, you cannot trade them anymore. Yeah, it's probably crafted items. I would assume that you cannot trade. Cool. So it's a system that we have seen in our games, which I like. I like that they are following the standard system that other MMOs are doing the same. I mean, do we have any MMOs that doesn't do like this? Or, I know we got Albion, but that's another case. Like all the other MMOs, like Final Fantasy, WoW, Guild Wars, they all have this system with different colors. The higher the colors up, the better the item is. And they all have this, you know, either it's going to get bound or not bound. So now we are in the city.
Forest lands of Elan.
Elan, we
Some
like that.
newcomers fell under the wrong impression that crimes are easily committed in villages like this. But I have bad news for them.
It's not.
Who are you?
Who are you?
You're talking to the chief security officer
Chief
of this
security
village
officer.
and its surrounding areas. If you witness a crime, you need to report it immediately. I serve to maintain law and order in the areas under my supervision.
All right.
Forge a path.
He sounds like a nice
Let's move on to crafting.
person.
Crafting items is simple. In Corepunk, almost all items are crafted using the same simple principle. A tier 1 item is crafted first, from looted resources.
Yeah.
In order to craft tier 2 or higher items, the player needs to use items of the previous tier as resources, plus additional rare resources that a tier 2 recipe requires. But items used for crafting must be uncommon. To start crafting, you need to be at the appropriate profession workbench, open the crafting menu, have a recipe for the required item, and also have the required amount of resources. As soon as you start crafting an item, the crafting bar will appear in the UI window below, just as with the gathering professions. In the process of crafting, the player always has a chance to craft an item of better quality than the recipe generates by default, or in the case of alchemy, a chance to generate more than one of whatever consumable you're concocting.
So that guy who was standing next to is called Savage Blade, and he just wrote a smiley in the chat, which is cool. I like that they're supporting smileys. I think this is the first MMO that like support, like the first I know of, that actually supports smileys in the chat. I can't remember like any of the big MMOs supporting smileys in the chat, which I think is really cool. Look at the chat below here. Herbalist.
Just like with the gathering professions, there are special bonuses in the crafting professions as your mastery levels up. In contrast to the gathering professions, though, where the bonuses are shared between all professions, every crafting profession has its own unique set of bonuses that affect the hero's gameplay. That said, there are several ways to craft one and the
It's a
same
man with
item.
a dog.
To craft certain items with a higher gear score, you will require the maximum level of profession efficiency. Some items can be crafted without a workbench, such as campfire or roll a joint. Special items will require the player to find a specialized rare workbench to craft them.
I like that when they're crafting, they have this control like the hands. She looks pretty cool. But then Cyrus. Oh, you can see the icons on the map. I like that. Who's that? Svald and Fury. They used to, like, you know, do names of people we know from the Corepunk community, like the Discord.
Take loot.
But it seems like they have going with a different approach now. Now they just do like random names. I guess it's because they don't want to tie to a person if that person, like, you know, in the future becomes toxic.
Getting a sweat on.
Because then they kind of have his name like there forever. That's a boat. Why are you jumping in the water? What are you doing? You still have 20 minutes. Show us more. So he just went for a swim. What's that? Burn relief. Fury. I like the clicking sounds. They like the arcade sounds when doing crafting.
Well, it's about time we looked at the crafting professions themselves.
Miricella,
Here's the
Jenna, and
construction
Svald.
profession. This is all about crafting artifacts, items that are in.
If you looked at Svald, she's like a female character with a huge twin sword on the back. I could see myself maining that class because I love twin swords. So I could definitely go with that one. Even maybe the female characters, because she, like, you know, the smaller the character is, the bigger the sword looks. Just saying.
Inserted into the active panel on the hero's screen.
Stealth cloak.
Artifacts have two baskets of characteristics, primary and secondary.
Uh-huh.
The primary artifact basket carries basic characteristics in the game, such as attack power, spell power, health, mana, armor, magic resist, physical crit chance, and magical crit chance. The secondary basket carries a set of characteristics that include such parameters as cooldown reduction, buff duration, vision radius, increased area effects, increased control duration, tenacity, health regeneration, mana regeneration, and many more. As the item quality increases, characteristics are added to the secondary basket. A Tier 1 artifact has one basic characteristic in the primary basket. The player can create Tier 2 artifacts, combining these characteristics with each other in any variation. And when creating a Tier 3 artifact, it is possible to combine 3 characteristics with each other in any variation.
Holy moly.
It is important to note that if the player uses artifacts of the previous tier, rare or higher when crafting, they will receive additional characteristics in the secondary basket. As the construction profession levels up, you receive a bonus for using artifacts. For example, the player will get plus 5% for using artifacts at level 2 and plus 10% at level 3. It's also worth remembering that the bonus does not affect the crafting of an item, but rather the use of the item by the player, i.e. the characteristics of the item itself don't change.
Oh,
Now this is all right.
that's interesting. I like the name. Steroid implant. So for creating Assassin Cloak, you need those 3 items. Stealth Cloak, Steroid Implant, and Isotope.
On the march.
I'm probably gonna be more a guy who would go for dungeons, get gear from dungeons, PvP, raid, or buy from auction house. I'm personally not into crafting. Oh, you can even jump on houses? No way. When this game gonna go live, you're gonna see people everywhere on houses. Hernorin. What's the name of that guy down there? Something with Mer. Hey, that's
Weaponsmithing is
Svalg.
where the player crafts weapons and
That's my
bioorganic
character.
chips, which are essentially weapon upgrades.
Spiked spear.
Weapons in the game have fixed stats. Damage per second, DPS, weapon damage, and attack speed.
What are you gonna do with
As
10
the weapon tier
spear?
increases, it expands the limits within which these characteristics can be rolled. Weapons in Corepunk can be upgraded. It's through weapon upgrades that the most powerful weapons in the game can be acquired. As the grade increases, a weapon receives upgrade slots. The higher the quality of a weapon is, the more upgrade slots it has. Chips can be inserted into these slots. Every slot has its own bonuses that are rolled at random when you receive the weapon. To receive a slot bonus, the slot and the chip that is inserted must have the same icons. Chips can come in two variations. An advanced chip is inserted into an advanced slot, and a standard upgrade chip is inserted into a standard slot. Advanced chips have effects on weapons that are unique for this system, and can be triggered when dealing damage to an enemy.
Yeah.
Every chip has either magic or physical effects. Standard upgrade chips, however, give an increase in stats, such as attack speed, haste, weapon damage, spell power, physical crit power, magical crit power, armor penetration, and magic penetration.
Yeah.
As mentioned previously, stats like these are unique for this system and cannot be permanently stacked anywhere else. Crafting weapons and their upgrades follows the same logic as with the construction profession, and the other crafting professions, in fact. So once again, to create a higher tier item, you must have two uncommon items of the previous tier. If the player uses higher quality items, rare or epic items for crafting, the weapon they will receive will have extra
Oh,
slots,
shit.
and the advanced chip will have extra effects too. It's time to look at an advanced chip and its effects. The Execute Advanced chip will be used as an example. So here we took the best quality item that was crafted from two epic chips of the previous tier 1. Here you can see all the possible effects. There is a mark on the chip that defines the effect of the chip. An advanced chip can be inserted into a slot with any mark, and it will work, but you won't get any slot bonus. In order to receive a slot bonus, it's important that the slot has the same mark as the chip.
Oh.
So, as you can see, this advanced chip has a proc chance and a proc condition. So let's look at what the effects could be on this particular chip. Its main effect is that it gives you a chance to execute an enemy. The first additional effect, if the target dies, you will heal for 50% of the killing damage, appears if the chip has been crafted from two rare tier 1 chips. The second additional effect is executes at 25%, improves the proc condition, and appears if the chip has been crafted from two epic tier 1 advanced chips. Advanced chips have a limited number of charges. Each time the effect is triggered, one charge is removed. The player can recharge an advanced chip in the inlay window. It's a good idea to carry extra charges with you before an important foray into the world, and just in general.
That's the same as in Elder Scrolls Online, where you also have to charge your weapons.
Time to consider profession bonuses. In Weaponsmithing, as you move up to 3 mastery levels, you'll see improvements in weapon efficiency. Time to give you the lowdown on the synthesis machine. This impressive device is needed to craft items beyond standard recipes, or to
shit.
craft without a recipe. If the items used as ingredients are of a higher quality than those specified in a given recipe, the synthesis machine will produce for you an item that has additional bonuses.
Storage bot to your service.
How are you?
I feel very safe here. Got it? Safe. Because every item you give me is guaranteed to be safe until your return.
Ha ha ha.
What is this place?
These are the lands of the Kingdom of Elon. And these are pretty dangerous lands outside the safety of the town. But don't worry. Everything you leave with me will be safe.
Who are you?
I am StorageBot Plus by Levan and Royalbank. We offer our clients the best storage options. The experience of our customers is our first priority. StorageBot to your service.
So everything he puts in here.
The synthesis machine can also improve the quality of items you already have, change their characteristics, reroll their stats, and even alter an item's visuals, to name just a few of its other functions. The synthesis machine has two disadvantages, though. The first one is that it's expensive to use. For some operations, requires consumables that may be very rare. And the second one is that it's not fully implemented yet, so we can't show you how it works right now. You will see it in the beta, and will be able to try it out yourself.
Looking forward to that. So he just took like a lot of
Skins play a
skins.
big part in how your hero looks, though they are purely cosmetic and don't change your hero's stats. The synthesis machine can be used to upgrade the skins you've got. To do that, you need upgrade kits, another rare resource in the game. First, you put your lower grade skin item into the synthesis machine, before adding some upgrade kits. At this point, if you want, you have the option to throw some valuable resources into the mix.
Okay.
And if you're lucky and get the combination of resources, as well as their respective quantities right, not only will you get a higher grade skin, but you will also end up with a skin made of different materials, giving it a distinctive visual appearance. Usually you can wear up to 6 skin items at once: bodysuit or underwear, lower body, upper body, gloves, and shoes. Some skin items may take 2 or more slots at once, depending on their structure and design. You can combine skin items from different skin sets too, to achieve exactly the look you're going for. There's literally millions of different combinations. You're free to express yourself. And this is just one of the many possibilities that the synthesis machine opens up to you.
So you can literally take a skin, upgrade it. It will still be the same skin, but it will have a different material looking, and might, you know, have some glowing effects, you know, just to make it a bit cooler. I like that. Can you try put on that epic helmet? I would like to see that one. It's on your second row, the first one. Listen to me. No, he didn't. Damn it.
Stomping turf.
Yeah, take it on, come on. I want to see the helmet. God damn it. Yeah, there we go. Ah, looks funny. Kind of like you look like a Rhino. Yeah, it's called a rhino. Ryan, what the fuck is rhino? Ryan. Oh. Damn. Huge ass shoulders. I love that. Love that. Yeah. If you know me, you know that I am all about skins. Like when I play games like World of Warcraft, Albion, I keep changing skins all the time. Like, I can change skins daily. This is cool. I love it. I love it. I really like that this game is supporting me as a skin changer. I know some people who don't care about skins. They don't care. Like, they play with whatever they have on. But me, skins is like top 1 priority. That's what I hope, like doing high rank PvP. I hope it's gonna like give me some unique skin, so I can like stand out and look cool as this high rank PvP player. Taya and Sarah. We see a lot of these people having 2-hand swords in the back. Drugs. You can buy drugs over there. Taya. Keep in a dark and dry place. Smells like alcohol. I like that.
I need to get.
Yes?
That guy with his sword down there. He looked like some kind of like fun
How are
knight.
you?
I'm kind of busy here with my job, okay? Keeping all those Lethanian officials happy with my reports on you Outworlders.
Huh. He's a bit grumpy.
What is this place?
Yeah, I think that too. Real nice place. Just keep your distance, all right?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Sorry, what? Can't hear you in this suit. The toilet is over there. Yeah?
Oh, that's good.
Enough another virus spreader from the outside needs a medical certificate. Well, I couldn't care less about what flus or plagues you brought here from your world, but others do. If you want to stay here, you have to get the shot. And I'm not going to make the vaccine anytime soon, so you'll have to craft it yourself. Here's the recipe. Craft the vaccine. You can use my crafting table. The ingredients are outside of town. Inject yourself, then speak to me if you're
240
Good
experience
luck.
points.
Sure.
You know where to find me.
Oh, so we just learned how to make a vaccine. So what is the vaccine actually doing? Can you put your mouse over it? No,
One
okay.
for a mosey.
Yes? Yeah? Found the plants?
No.
Gee, you outworlders are the worst. Alright, take the ingredients from my stash.
What?
The chest right there. Speak to me when you've made the vaccine and taken the shot.
Oh my god.
Lovely.
He triggered it. By saying no to that quest, he actually got the reward just from him. That is so cool, because 90% people who plays this
Yes?
game.
Yeah? Found the plants?
No.
Listen, stop bothering me. I saw you opening my chest. Stop fooling around. Just make the vaccine and take the damn shot. I don't have time for this.
That's so good. Like 90% people who's gonna play this game is gonna, like, you know, go out in that forest and get the materials. Small giant. Oh my god. He's using all the ingredients to make giants. So he's just like, screw this quest, I'm gonna make some giants. Oh god.
In Alchemy, everything is both simple and interesting. You'll get to craft all kinds of consumables that give temporary buffs. You'll be making medicines, vaccines, and ointments, as well as rolling joints and doing a whole lot else.
Joints.
During crafting, the Alchemy Master doesn't have to contend with quality procs and worry about their impact, because these are consumable items, and so don't have different quality grades. When crafting Alchemy consumables, though, the player can get a proc that might enable them to make 2 or 3 consumables at once, instead of 1. Also, every consumable has a limited duration on its buff,
I see.
and the player will have to use a lot more consumables in the next tier of crafting to increase this duration.
Oh.
The reward will be a long-lasting buff that will come in handy when traveling through the wildlands of Kvalat.
Yeah, yeah.
In Corepunk, the player can have several alchemy buffs at the same time, and the number of buffs that can take effect simultaneously depends on the profession level. With each new mastery level, the number of alchemy buffs used simultaneously will increase. A player who is focused on alchemy will feel more comfortable when exploring the most difficult and harsh locations of the wildlands.
Suppose to protect you from many outworlds infections. It's just a quest item, it's probably not gonna do anything.
Yes? All vaccinated? Let me look at you. Red eyeballs, dry lips, swelling limbs. Yep, worked perfectly. Here's your certificate. Now get the hell out of here already.
Yes.
Yeah, bye. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta. Ta-ta. God, the people who fight, like,
Full steam
the
ahead.
people writing these lines are amazing. Ta-ta. Atgor's tire. Who's that guy there in the red dress? Hey, that's Sval, that's my character. Chris.
Now, let's look at mysticism. This profession is all about crafting runes. Runes are upgrades for artifacts.
Ah, that's the runes you put in
Runes
the
enable the
items.
player to upgrade artifacts by placing seals on them.
Yeah.
Seals add special mechanics to player gameplay, and in some cases, can be a great addition to a certain build or playstyle. Runes are thus another important layer of progression and hero building gameplay in the overall system. The player can upgrade items without restrictions, but the number of artifacts
When struck by an attack, deal 9 physical damage to the attacker. Oh, okay, that's why it's called headshot, you know, because of the spikes. Psst, psst. Cool.
with rune effects that they can carry at the same time is limited. The principle of rune effects is mechanically in many respects similar to how advanced chips work on weapons. But unlike advanced chips, runes have very different proc conditions. They are more permanent and more predictable. Let's look at the Hedgehog rune as an example. The main effect of this rune is when struck by an attack, deal physical damage to the attacker. As the rune grade increases, so does the effect scaling. And as the tier increases, it expands, as with chips, the limits within which the effect values can be rolled. Just as in the example with the advanced chip, we have 2 additional effects. Slows enemy by 10% for 1 second appears on a rune if it was made from rare runes of the previous tier. And the second additional effect, reduces enemy attack speed by 15% for 3 seconds, is added if epic tier 1 runes were used during rune crafting. The bonus of the Mysticism profession is that the higher the mastery level is, the more equipped rune artifacts the player can use.
So, if I understand it correctly, if you go up in Alchemy, you can have more Alchemy buffs on you at the same time. If you go up in Mysticism, then you can have more runes on you at the same time. So everyone is kind of forced to do one of the crafting, since it will give you a passive bonus, it seems. That's very interesting.
Thank you for watching. Sign up for beta at corepunk.com.
Interesting, okay. So that was 1 hour and a lot of different suggestions. Okay, so cool. That was 1 hour and 12 minutes, and we just saw like a 1 hour video, which was actually pretty cool. It was long, but I actually enjoyed watching it because it kind of like shows the game that we're going to play soonish. So that's cool. That's really cool. We saw crafting, gathering, itemizations, skins, leveling up, gearing up. So that's cool. That's cool. Okay. Well, if anyone actually watched this video this long with me, I think most people is probably like skipping through this video, or you know, going to the end or to the start. I don't know if anyone actually watched this entire long ass video with me. But if you did, thanks for watching, and of course all the others, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video whenever we get new Corepunk news later on. So, thanks for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you in Corepunk Beta whenever it's ready for us. So, peace out.